Hi, everyone. Father Kevin with you on this first weekend of August. You know, one of the very concerning experiences of the pandemic is people feeling a real sense of separation from family, friends, community, maybe church, and life itself. And in that, also feeling a separation from God, because that's where we experience God. That's where we experience this power of the risen Christ. St. Paul, in his first letter to the Romans, chapter 8, this weekend, talks about that same experience that the early Christians are having. Their experience a time of extreme persecution, where their safety, their security, and their future is very much threatened by the visible enemy of the Roman Empire. And so they're driven underground and into secrecy and physically separated in terms of trying to observe their faith or simply to pray. And as time goes on, some Christians will be executed by the empire, which will cause them to further ask, where is Jesus in all of this? Where now some of us are being executed. And so St. Paul writes to them in this period of time and asks a very basic question: what can separate us from the love of Christ? Which is not only our spiritual connection to Jesus, but also the places where we find Jesus, which would be our family and our friends and all the places we find peace, even our homes. And the short answer to that is that Paul says nothing can separate us from the love of Christ. Nothing can separate us from each other. You know, no powers on earth, nothing in the present or the future can ever separate us. And so don't lose faith. Don't feel that you're separated from others or from God. And as the gospel is always action-oriented, it would ask us to remember that because others are feeling that separation, that if we reach out to people, we can help to diminish that experience by simply making a phone call and saying to somebody, hey, I'm here. How are you doing? Is there something I can do for you? And in so doing, we not only help them to be connected, but we help ourselves as well. Something to remember as we move through this month of August. And just to note, we won't be posting any messages for the next couple of weeks in August at least, but please join us every Sunday at 9 o'clock at stjamescas.com for our live streaming Mass that actually starts coverage before 9 o'clock. And if you're not available at that time, to also see the Mass posted at that same website. Hope you have a great week.